of North Otago, also the home of that stone there, the White Stone, and the home of North Otago Rugby is Whitestone Contracting Stadium. It is a lovely fine day. It's cool. It's always a little bit cool here. Two teams with a win apiece, and things are that tight that the winner here today will still be in with a great chance of qualifying for the Meads Cup. Coming through the gap, gee, did it beautifully too, is Dan Lewis. And in goes Don Lolo.
Lewis, the 10, running at the line, loved that. The forward momentum, the go-forward ball we talk about. He's taking it two hands and questioning the defence. Albie Mathieson in the end was the one who made the tackle, but committing three defenders on the wet and forget replay. And Lolo, the big lock forward, on hand to get the opening try.
Smith with the outlet pass. The big man is Murphy. He offloads and going very close indeed is Johnson. Driving in behind.
Gee, I thought Dunster was offside then, coming from the wrong side.
Smith again. This is Buchan. Buchan, over he goes. Josh Buchan. 15-3, they're opening up a handy little lead here, the home team.
Yeah, how good was the hit and spin from Murphy, the big 8, to get them into this position. And once more, that go-forward ball. Buchan, 15, playing really close on the wet and forget replay to the ruck. And just committing, King Country committing so many defenders to that breakdown. They had no one on the side to defend.
Josh Buchan here is a player of origin, playing his club rugby in Dunedin. Carmichael goes for a huge big rumble. Mathewson. Great service. This is good stuff. Ollie Kay looks for and finds support from Horrocks. Kay again.
Gee, how good's his work rate? Ollie Kay, the 7 for King Country. Beautiful line.
He's gone down like a sack of spuds at the moment, so he won't be coming up for more. Dias gets the outside pass, and Thrupp goes in for the try. Alex Thrupp.
Put that down, though, to the work rate of the 7 for King Country, Ollie Kay. Beautiful line to set it up, coming on that outside angle. Then he got up again. He's not getting up the second time, as you mentioned on the wet and forget replay. And then the width from King Country. Thrupp has been good. Wearing jersey 14, playing on the left wing. There's a pretty crucial try as half-time nears.
The conversion is a good one, and we'll go to the break with King Country ahead by 16-15, which ain't bad when you were down 15-3 at one stage of the half.
You've got to talk about home advantage too, and King Country traditionally haven't always travelled so well to the South Island, but boy, they have this year. This would be a huge victory for King Country if they could hold on for the second 40. North Otago, though, sorry, Mesa, got other things to think about.
Oh, this is good. This is very good
Beautiful
from
line.
McDonald. That's great stuff. Running first fives, love them.
Well, he went on the outside, didn't he? Reece McDonald. So once more, that go-forward ball on the wet and forget replay. And just the width that they could play with King Country meant there were some holes in the middle defensively from North Otago, and the 10 snacked through.
Corresponding fixture last year, these two teams created history. The first ever 4-all draw. And still, in fact, the only 4-all draw in the history of New Zealand rugby between these two teams. Remember, that was that weird scoring system we were playing last year. 2 penalties each. Oh, Lolo going in for his second.
Offloading and the ability to stand in the tackle and deliver the football from North Otago meant that was a wonderful try on the wet and forget replay. Defensively, King Country spreading out, nobody in behind the ruck. So Albie Mathieson, the 9, traditionally marshalling the troops behind. There wasn't there on that occasion. And North Otago on this match has been seesawing, maybe have their momentum. King Country straight back into it.
7 minutes to play. They're trailing by 5. King Country know that if they can get a points of some description here, they're right into this game. Converted try, of course, would put them in the lead. McDonald, wide pass. Referee was playing an advantage. We'll come back for the penalty right in front.
Josh Dias, the skip, has a huge decision to make. 7 to go. Get this within 2. They've got to get the ball, got to get field position. Maybe it's is it the right one? No.
It's all over here at Oamaru, and the home side have held on to win by 2.
So we had the ball in the first 10 minutes and probably didn't see it again until the end, and just some defence, and we just went away from our patterns, and some decision making cost us in that first half. So we've got a lot to work on, but we're happy enough to
confirm all of those results. Fantastic victory for Thames Valley, who beat the beaten finalists from last year's Meads Cup, Buller. Kapiti suffered their first loss against West Coast. Home advantage reigned supreme, didn't for North Otago. Poverty Bay win the battle of the East Coast. Wanganui suffered their first loss in 21 matches, and Warrapa Bush will go down to Mid-Canterbury in the only away victory.
And what that does on the points table is compress it. South Canterbury are now the leaders thanks to their bonus points. But between number 1 and number 8, and that's what we want for the Meads Cup and the Lahore Cup, between 1 and 8, there are only 5 points in the championship. Everybody's still in it with the possible exception of East Coast, halfway through the Mitre 10 Heartland Championship. Well, for everything you want to know about that championship, go to allblacks.com, domestic rugby, Mitre 10 Heartland Championship. You'll find a man taking his opportunities. A couple of really interesting games next week. King Country against Thames Valley, looking forward to that one. And right at the bottom there, South Canterbury versus North Otago. Ooh, tasty. That's right, folks. That's what we were talking to Brodie Lamb about, really. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Well, for him, it's come knocking, and he'll get a chance to build a rugby career, starting right here with Poverty Bay in the Mitre 10 Heartland Championship. We're halfway through the championship now. We've played 4 rounds. There's 4 to go before we split off into the Meads Cup and the Lahore Cup. There's a lot of action still to come in the Mitre 10 Heartland Championship here on Mainfreight Rugby.